Randall Hughes with GodGlorified.com, and we're commenting on our reading for April the 4th, which was largely from Joshua, the ending of chapter 19, and then into chapter 20, the ending of chapter 21, and then into chapter 22, and largely 23 with some portions from Judges 2 and 3. And in chapter 22, we read of the three tribes, or the 2.5 tribes that are on the east of Jordan, that they had set up an altar, and that caused a concern, made the rest of the children of Israel feel like that they were going after other gods, and they were going, how can this happen? Have you forgotten what happened with Achan? One man's sin caused the whole congregation to suffer. And so they were ready to go to war. They sent the elders and they sent Eleazar over and inquired and found that it was to verify to their children, as a memorial to their children, that even though they were on the other side of Jordan, the east side of Jordan, that they had a part with the God of Yahweh, the God of Israel, the God of the 9.5 tribes that were on the other side. And so they had the altar, and they called the name of the altar Ed, is what it says in the King James. But that is in some translations translated as witness. In other words, it's going to be a witness between us that Yahweh is God. And so this is interesting how that Reese has these verses here, and it gave Othniel as the first judge and his actions, and then it jumped to the death of Joshua, which apparently is believed to be sometime around the end of April of 1372, or that is certainly something that they show happening before. That's shown to be the death of him. So I was thinking that the judges did not begin until afterwards, and but yet apparently the Othniel is, and these times are listed as around 1415. So about 35 years or so, roughly rounded to before Joshua died. And so anyway, Joshua is about to die, and he's telling them, you want to follow after God? God has certainly stood with you. He's turned back your enemies. You've been able to defeat those that come against you. And he has kept all the promises that he made to your fathers. And he said, just like he kept the promises of the good things, he will keep the promises of the judgment that will come upon you if you do not follow after his commandments. And so he was emphasizing to them that you want to follow after his commandments to be blessed by God. And so that's probably, in a nutshell, the key things that were shared in our reading today. And I believe that will conclude our comments for April the 4th. God bless you.